Thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and do a roll call. Sonia's here, thank goodness. John?
Here.
Andy?
Yes.
Kathy? Fine. Emily? Jen? Here. Jim?
Here.
Kim?
Here.
Laura?
Here.
Laura and Michelle is out to, she let me know she wouldn't be able to make it. Okay, so we do have a quorum.
Real quick, are you recording?
Are we recording?
Yes, the meeting is
The
recorded.
meeting is recorded. Okay. Oh, do I need to say that? Okay. Said that before. You can in just a moment.
Are we in a board meeting?
Yes. No, this is the Eastern Area Communities Planning Committee Board meeting, and we will be having a presentation on the Rolando. So is that what you came to? Okay. Yeah, it's part of the meeting.
Somebody snoring?
Okay,
Laura.
so
Laura, can we mute you for a minute? Laura, we can hear you breathing.
You can hear me? What?
Breathing.
Or are you outside?
So sorry.
took some Advil before I.
Mhm.
Okay. So first, well, welcome to the meeting, everyone. Again, apologize for all of the technical difficulties and a little bit of confusion, but I think we're ready to get going now. So first item on our agenda is for the board to adopt the agenda for tonight or suggest any changes. Does anyone have any changes regarding the agenda? Okay. I don't either. So would someone like to make a motion to approve?
To the agenda.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, Sonia,
Yes.
Laura? Muted.
Yes, I approve.
Thank you. Kim?
Yes.
Emily?
Yes.
Here, Jen?
Yeah.
And Jim?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Agenda is adopted as is. All right, so we'll start with communication from the public on non-agenda items. And you will be restricted to 3 minutes. I will be keeping time. So first we'll take questions from the people online.
Yes, ma'am.
Becky, your hand was up first.
Questions. Hello, good evening. My name is Becky Rapp, and tonight I wanted to bring to your attention a serious and growing concern in our community, and it's the sale of the intoxicating hemp derived products. They're being sold at smoke shops and convenience store, and you might recognize the term Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC. Sometimes it's advertised in their windows. These are synthetically and chemically altered hemp compounds, and they mimic the psychoactive effects that marijuana can have on a person. They're sold, like I said, in gas stations and smoke shops and convenience stores, and they often are packaged like candy, candy flavored and packaging that targets youth. These products, they impair your driving, they affect the adolescent brain development, and they've been linked to poisonings and ER visits and psychotic episodes. And the California Department of Public Health has also issued many warnings about these products. I bring this to your attention as this is a land use issue, as many of these businesses operate near and around schools, parks, and residential neighborhoods. And they often fly under the radar and avoid the oversight that the typical marijuana and alcohol establishments must follow. So just let's see, 2 weeks ago, the Union Tribune reported that the city shut down the Secret Yard Hookah Lounge in Logan Heights after years of violence, illegal activity, and code violations. The San Diego police responded to over 200 calls at this one location. The city attorney called it a case of, and quote, I quote her or him, restoring peace to a community that's been robbed of it for far too long. So planning groups can help by pushing for zoning updates that ban the sale of these intoxicating hemp products, conditional use permits, and land use policies that must reflect the seriousness of this issue. This also brings to light the problem that the city is really pushing this multi-unit housing in mixed use areas. And this raises the concern as these businesses can then locate right in a multi-unit housing complex. So please recommend a citywide ban on the sale of these products and support stronger zoning protections. We've got to be proactive and not reactive when it comes to the public's health and safety. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Becky. Hey, Kathleen?
Hi, good evening. My name is Kathleen Lippett, and I wanted to address an issue that I'm not sure if your planning group suffers from this, but it will impact all planning group areas, and that is that the San Diego Transit authorities are going to allow alcohol ads on the city transportation, which is really problematic. We already have a lot of irresponsible alcohol licenses, especially in areas like Pacific Beach or downtown. And we certainly don't need more alcohol promotions. In addition to that, Mission Bay Park, the mayor wants to declare 28 acres of it surplus land. And Surplus Land Act is generally used as a tool to develop affordable housing. And the city sought exemptions so that the parcels could be redeveloped without declaring them surplus or invoking the Surplus Land Act. But the State Housing and Community Development Department denied that request. So Mission Bay Park was formed more than 60 years ago and is supposed to be preserved in perpetuity as public parkland. But this plan to declare 3 lots surplus property has not been well received by many residents, even though the properties are already developed. Former council member Donna Fry said she would like the 2 smaller properties to remain in the current uses and the larger parcel to be broadly discussed in public before declaring them surplus property. So she wrote to all 9 members of the city council and asked them to delay the vote. So the chair of the Mission Bay Parks Committee said the issue should have been evaluated by the group before going to city council. And we seem to see a lot of that. That is, I don't know, ABC is also a problem because they allow what they call upgraded license. What that means is a beer and wine license that they will allow to become a distilled spirits license. And there is research and evidence that shows that distilled spirits licenses cause more police events than beer and wine licenses. So that's just what I wanted to bring to your attention tonight. So thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you, Kathleen. Anybody else online? We'll take comment from the audience.
I have one from me and my wife.
Okay, you'll have
So
3
we have
minutes each.
3 minutes each. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come over.
Sir, actually,
Cameras over this.
yeah, the cameras, you'll need to stand, probably in the corner is the best place to stand. So you can be, so the people can see you and you'll also be on camera.
We apologize. This
Yes.
is our training as teachers. So,
Yes, but you won't be on the camera that way.
she is a victim of toxic gases. Exposure to toxic gases. And she
Okay.
will read.
Cesar, what's your surname? Let's start there.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Praise.
Wait. Greetings.
October 23rd, 2022. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Fraser, thank God every time it rains, such as this morning, early this morning, we felt relief, and once again, man's shell and atmosphere had a cleansing. Science declares that climate change is real. Global warming is true, and clean air we all breathe is forevermost in our healthy survival. Young adults and fragile elderly residents, especially those with existing medical conditions. Respectfully, we convey to you that our vulnerability and exposure being immediate proximity in your home-based business, ceramics manufacturing, and kiln operations has been impacting our health, safety, and general wellness ever since, whether wood or gas fuel conversion to gas and started June 13, 2021. Ceramics and pottery kiln, wood or gas emits pollutants and toxicity hazards are known and are widely published. From our learning and teaching, we learn the benefit of knowledge. First is fear, psychological weight, and burden to our day-to-day life. Whenever we notice
You shortcut now because it's 3 minutes. Go to the last paragraph.
with our prayers, faith, and goodwill, friendship, and spirit of neighborhood, we plead to you for urgent favorable action to seize and stop your ceramic pottery and kiln operations
Ma'am,
and
I'm
collectively
sorry.
refocus.
In other words,
Your time,
we
yeah, your
have
time is
them
up. Thank you so much.
to understand our situation.
Yes, thank you so much
And in
for,
this letter, ask them to place it in a safe location.
okay,
My
thank you.
turn. That is the number one issue in our community. Your neighbor, right there, by the New Roots Garden, City Heights, CDC. Number two issue is we need traffic softener mitigation. We need to open the road, city property connecting Boys and Altadena, so our children could walk and exercise and do the shortcut going to the two schools, Marshall and Waldorf. Is it not public welfare? Number three, we had home invasion, 14 victims right in our residence, 13th and 14th. Thanks for the cooperation and watch of our 74 we represent as community volunteers. We have to spearhead, we have to lead, or else nobody will help us. District 9 you know the history. Third issue, fourth. This is now the fourth issue. Potholes everywhere. And it's a favorite destiny of car chase. I do not know why they like potholes to go through to escape from the police authority. Number 5, are you familiar with the footnote 7 scandal? It's happening in our community. We are like packed sardines kind of life. A space not human for individual San Diegans. 6, the creek now is eroding. The Chorias Creek, if you go down there, it's now 25 feet down there. And it is environmental justice issue. Who will help us to prevent this erosion? Nobody. That's why we are giving inputs to you guys, momsers, like those inputs from the virtual presentation. We have to do something. This is our city, your city, my city. And we could do, not miracle, we could do something to solve this issue. And we volunteer. That's why we're ready to help you. That's in our constitution. This organization is the pillars of our laws, mother laws. Promote a good government, union, ensure justice, promote domestic tranquility,
Thank you.
and don't forget
Thank you, Mr. Caesar, for your
public
comment.
welfare. That should be
You're-
our guide.
Okay,
Sure,
your
ma'am.
time is up, but we really appreciate your
Thank you.
comments. Thank you very much. Okay, is there anyone else? Yes.
I'm
Tim,
gonna talk there, but can talk to you.
whatever you're more comfortable doing. I mean, as long as everyone can hear you.
My name is Tim Davy. I live in Redwood Village. I'm talking about the paid parking, the ball park coming up. We start there, we're gonna start at Children's Lake, we're gonna start at Winnetou Fall, and we park here. Usually I'm involved, I belong to the International Cottages of Balboa Park. We have been there for 90 years. Now they want to start paying parking, so we're mandated to be open on Saturday and Sundays before out. And so that's like 2 for each house, we have like 25 houses, that's 50. Basically, we said, oh, we're gonna get passing, but they have not decided anything yet. They already hired somebody in October to take the money. You have machines that you have to use your credit card. And so if it starts there, who knows what's gonna be next? It might be, you go to supermarket, that might do it. Here's me. I don't want to be discussing.
Thank you, Tim. Yes, Ozzy.
Good evening, everyone. Ozzy Meneses from Groundwork San Diego. Some of you may not know me. Groundwork provides support for the community planning groups such as this one. We also work with the Southeastern San Diego and the Choice Valley one as well. So just wanted to quick update. We have launched our resident empowerment training. Started about a month ago, and we've already 3 sessions in. And what that is just we take residents from the entire Choice Creek watershed, which includes this community, other communities around it, and teach you about blue and green infrastructure. Blue infrastructure meaning everything that helps with flooding, water abatement, things like that. Green infrastructure meaning tree, parks, things like that. And we not only teach you about the infrastructure, but what can be applied in your community and how you can work with different entities to make that happen, including planning groups like this. Glad to say Jen here is one of our graduates. Yeah, from our resident empowerment training. And then the next step we do is a fellowship. And all that is paid training as well. Part of that is also how you engage with your communities. Just like you mentioned, the parking meters and everything, like who you go to talk to about that, including going to the city council. Roberto Marin, he's going to be doing one of our workshops as well in civic engagement. So that's part of our resident empowerment training to help our residents and build our residents So we'll be coming in the future to you all with more updates on that and the future fellowship that we're planning for as well. We also do a tree program where we work with residents to install trees within your property. I know the city has been doing some public right-of-way tree planting, but we'll also do some within your property. So if you check out our website, groundworksandiego.org, some more of that information is on there. We're also on the social media as well. If you're interested in having a tree, we're signing up people right now for our plantings in the fall, which is like next month. Fall is like next month. So we're doing plantings throughout the watershed. So we try to group them all together. So
Wonderful. Thank you, Ozzy. Okay, any other comments? Oh, okay.
Can you explain how this committee
Well, so we are one of the planning committees of the city of San Diego. There are several committees. This one in particular, we represent 6 communities. We get to review and recommend or not recommend capital improvement project. Primarily, that's what we do, but we also inform residents about those capital improvement projects. Sometimes we might spearhead pushing for a capital improvement project depending on what residents want. And we meet once a month. We always have a complete agenda, which includes, the public comments, and then we have our elected officials, staff that will give us updates from each office. And we have presentations, we have action items that we need to vote on. Tonight, we're going to have a presentation on the Rolando Village Improvement Project. That's probably why we see some new faces here tonight. And so that's, yeah.
Could I add something?
Yes, please.
It's important to note that this board serves as an advisory role to the city, and we don't have any authority. We can't tell the city we're not going to allow this in our neighborhood or whatever we might. So we just, as a group, on behalf of the 6 communities that we represent, and we're all members of different communities here, we basically petition the city on behalf of our community to say, as a group, we recommend this or don't recommend this. But we don't have any authority to tell the city what to do. It's a good meeting to come to because you can be informed on things that are happening, particularly when it comes to land use in what they call the eastern area. So, wanted to be sure that
that's an excellent point to make.
Yeah.
So
This is to help.
I understand, but I understand. One moment, please. So we need to stick to the agenda. The lady asked her questions and I think we answered them. So we're going to move forward with our agenda.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move on to our city, county, and state representatives reports. So we usually do this on, whoever was here first gets to go first. And I believe Ashkin Jones was here first, so we'll let you start. And introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and I'll let you do that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashkan Jones. I'm from Assembly District 79, representing Assemblymember Dr. Lachey Sharp Collins. I'm the newest hire on the team, so I will be the point of contact and the field representative who represents this area on behalf of the district now. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from North County, San Diego, Vista, San Marcos, Escondido, Ramona before moving down here. Once I started off at UCSD and just recently graduated there, and now in the workforce, which is really great. So just a few updates that we have tonight. One is our legislative update. I believe our last representative who attended here gave a more detailed layout, but we do have one update since then, which is our first bill Assembly Bill 927. That's the first bill that's been passed into law from the Assembly members' legislative package. It's been signed by the governor. That bill will extend the inspection times at the beginning of the school year for public schools on things like textbooks, the quality of the facilities that the kids are using. This is really important to make sure that kids attending public schools have just quality material that they're using and are in safe, viable conditions for them. This is really important right now, especially with the school year beginning for many this week. So that's the update on the legislative end, as well as we also hosted our back to school health resources fair on August 2nd. We got a great turnout over there, and we were just really excited to make that happen. We had hundreds of students come for our backpack giveaway, where we give backpacks out to underprivileged youth who were just about to start the school year. So we're really happy to get that out. Also have booths giving them health screenings on things such as blood pressure, checking their eyes, optometry. We also had a dental booth there. So just critical things to promote the health of our students here. In addition, we've also started our District 79 Labor Advisory Board. We're trying to get a lot of advisory board going to make sure that our member is best educated and just ready to make big accomplishments for the district in Sacramento. So this advisory board, it's comprised of unions such as IBEW, Local 89, the laborers. So that's been one of the big projects we've really been making, so that we have so that labor is really well represented in Sacramento. This is the second most labor dense district in all of San Diego County, if memory serves me correctly. So really happy to meet you all here tonight. Look forward to attending future meetings. And of course, would be happy to answer any questions now or afterwards as time permits. Yes, sir.
With your approval.
Yes, no online questions.
Can I ask you? Thank you, sir, for appearing in person. We are hopeful that there are changes. The way San Diegans will survive tomorrow. You were talking about health. What is your boss plan to help these victims of fire, flood, Tijuana River pollution, and criminality because of this toxic that is being now digested drink by San Diegans?
Yeah, so on the issue of the sewage crisis, that is, as we know, a very tough issue, just negatively impacting the health of many people here in San Diego. I used to work for Congressman Mike Levin all the way up in North County, and even they were always concerned about it because it's an issue that even affects them on the polar opposite end of the county. So that is one that we know is affecting many people. Unfortunately, the root of the problem there does come from the Mexican side of the border, and we do not have any authority as the state legislature on the actions of a foreign entity like Mexico. So that is one that, while I know people like Supervisor Aguirre has had just extensive experience with that and has done a really good job of trying to clean up the pollution as it comes in. If we do want to get a permanent solution to this issue, that would have to come from the federal government because we have no ability to negotiate with Mexico. They're part of the state legislature, so that final solution would have to come from the federal government and from Mexico as well. So, but if there's any cleanup issues, if there's any cleanup efforts we can get involved in, particularly on that, I would love to take that down for you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Is there any other questions for Ashkan?
Could you spell your name, please?
ASHKAN. K-O-N.
Got it.
Like Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, I think Roberto is next from Sean Elo Rivera's office. Roberto?
Bettina,
Yes.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good evening, everyone. Roberto Marion, with the Office of Councilmember Shani Rivera's office. Want to first and foremost say that I have been promoted to Director of Community Empowerment, so I'll be overseeing all the communities in Council District 9. And
Congratulations.
so, yes, and with that, I will be responsible for tracking a lot of the issues that I'm sure we have already been keenly aware of, but I'll be making stops at different planning groups, community meetings, randomly stopping by businesses. So you should see me a lot more often in terms of the community. I know I'm already making rounds in Normal Heights and Kensington, and I probably will be making rounds in Rolando Village and El Cerrito pretty soon. So so keep an eye out for that. The first announcement, or the first thing I wanted to just piggyback of a Tim. Tim, thanks for the feedback. As far as I'm aware of, there's no plans to further those parking meters. The council member has been very clear from day one. The reason why we're charging folks for parking is for non-resident use, right? Not a lot of non-residents use the parking spaces throughout the city with paying no dimes. And the reason why we're in such a hole and infrastructure debt is because tourists are bearing, citizens are bearing the burden for tourism costs. And so our office is looking at ways to mitigate that. We made it very clear from the beginning that while we do like the 50% off for residents, we would like to charge non-residents way more so that residents can have the Balboa parking back at free status. So that is something that the council members made very clear and been very on the record about. So I just want to clarify that. The second thing I had was we have our Know Your Rights forum presentation that is next Monday. That is from 6 p.m. to 7:30. We're partnering up with State Senator Steve Padilla's office, the California Department of Justice. We are partnering up with ACLU, Alliance San Diego, the Mexican Consulate. And so we have great partners with us in this forum. We'll be doing presentations throughout, and we'll be doing live Q&A. Happy to send the flyer over to Bettina once this meeting is over for dissemination. A couple other things. We had a successful dumpster day this weekend in Rolando Redwood Village area. 3 dumpsters were full. We had 2 interns, Ava and Owen, who were greatly appreciative and supportive. We're looking forward to having more events in the future. With that, my last thing is we will be having a different approach in terms of how we're being proactive in the community. We've been reassessing on how that looks like as a team and as an office. And so you should expect a lot more events from our office and being proactive and out there. One of the things that I would like to institute, and we're in discussions, is having the reps and interns, which was a 12-person staff, out in the community doing get it done reports, meeting business owners, meeting people where they're at versus folks coming to us when problems arise. So if folks are aware of my work in the community, which I know some of you are, we're bringing that district wide. And so we're really excited and really happy to do that. And that's it for me. Any questions I can answer, happy to take some.
Mr. Cesar? Javier has a question.
Congratulations, Citizen Marine. What's the update on our community issue? Please tell the truth.
There's no update, Cesar. We've told you a zillion times that there is no issue. I'm not going to comment further because we have other important things to do. So you heard us very clear. We've done this 5 times. And so I'm unfortunately not going to engage with you anymore on this issue. It's been crystal clear how we've communicated that.
Hey Roberto, it's Jen.
Hi, Jen.
I missed the beginning of what you called the forum. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, know your rights.
Okay, thank you.
And to just give you a little more perspective, it's protester rights, constitutional rights, how to plan if you're detained by ICE, both in a not a citizen capacity and a citizen capacity.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So any other questions? Anyone on the board for Roberto? Nope. Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate it. Congratulations again. Thanks for the dumpsters on Saturday.
No worries.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Okay, I don't know if anyone, oh yes,
I came in after Ashton, but it's all right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Gonzalez, District Representative for State Senator Wilbur Pearson. It's been a while since I've seen you, so I'll be seeing you again, I think virtually next month, and then in person in October. And in November, we'll be having our turkey giveaway at Linda Vista. So I'll have the details for that in a flyer in physical for you guys and digital. We usually give out like about 500 turkeys. Last year we gave a 1,000 turkeys for free, plus a health fair. We had it at City Heights at Park La Cruz. Now we're gonna have it at Linda Vista. We're just moving the event around the district. Yeah, show up. If you want more information, hit me up. I'll leave my contact cards on the desk. Any questions on that? Great. The second update is that the senator is on legislative recess, so she won't be back in session until August 19th. We have a couple bills in appropriations and a couple bills in the other house in the assembly, so just waiting to see where those go. If there's any bills that you're interested in or that you're concerned about, feel free to let me know and I will let the senator know your concerns, in either support or opposition. Any questions, comments, concerns? And for those that don't know, we do help with the Franchise Tax Board, EDD, the DMV, any other state-related agency that you might have a problem with. You can always reach out to us. We'll connect you with the right people. We cover all the way from West El Cajon to Coronado, so we have a pretty wide range of district jurisdiction. And we do partner with our colleagues in the 79th and city council members for interrelated issues. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to let me know now or later.
Well, yes.
To help my government, help my fellow citizen. You didn't mention about giving turkeys to our homeless. Why don't we force the food to our homeless people, please?
Of course, we'll take that feedback. Any other comments?
Did you say 39? District 39?
District,
Thanks.
yeah.
What are the bills that you're
That we're watching or just that we're,
involved in?
and I'm not involved with any bills, but the senator is involved with a couple bills regarding California Legislative Black Caucus. So she has two bills related to that. I can talk in depth about those. And the rest of them are 50% are health changes to the code that I'm not really clear on what they do. They're just, health related bills. One of them has to do with a pesticide that is being sold. They want to regulate it to the DCA. I think you need a special permit as a business to purchase that. That's just been used in things that it's not supposed to be used on. So we're trying to regulate that. There's also a chemical hair relaxer bill that's going around just to prevent what's being used in your, body products from causing more harm to your body. So we're trying to regulate that as well. Is there anything in particular that you're interested in? Or... Yeah, they're usually health bills. I can bring a whole list if we do, but sometimes people would just say, okay, cool. So if you want a specific presentation.
Wants to have an actual doctor watching out for our health at state level, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sam. Okay, is anyone here from District 4 Councilmember Henry Foster's office? Nope. Tima from the mayor's office? Nope, Tima's not here. Someone from Supervisor Montgomery Stepp's office? Karen? Here. And that's it. Oh, no, from, I'm sorry, Kate Needham Kano from Sarah Jacobs' office, or someone from Sarah Jacobs' office. Hey, that makes it go a little bit faster. All right, we will now proceed with our information item. We have an update from the City of San Diego's Rolando Improvements 2 project. Are you Mr. Salzar?
Mr. Salzar, do you have the presentation that I emailed, or do you have for somewhere that
I do not have your presentation.
I emailed it about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. No, I was already on my way over here.
Emailed in there. We'll just see if you can
Thank
pass
you.
them down, and I'll wait for it to get.
Can I?
Yeah, it's gonna pass down.
Oh, okay.
While she is loading up the PowerPoint, and I'm crossing my fingers because everyone make sure that we have that visual. My name is Vic Salazar, and my firm, Vic Salazar Communications, serves as the community liaison for this project. So we be the go-between between the residents and the city and the residents. I'm joined tonight. There.
Is it under the folder PowerPoint?
Folder PowerPoint. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Thank
have a
you.
bunch of files on here. So that's
I'm joined today by Jericho Gallardo, Jericho's City of San Diego project engineer, project manager, and online, Mr. Ron Lacey, who will be helping us out with the community outreach. Happy to have Ron on board. So we're going to go ahead and make that full screen. Title for our quick presentation. You have a handout here that has the map on and the map is actually the second slide in this presentation. There you go. And so the map's the next slide in this presentation. And you can see the area where this Rolando Improvements 2 project. It is going to be basically south of El Cajon Boulevard in the Rolando area. And it's going to replace or rehabilitate water and sewer mains. And there's a lot of work that's associated with that. So the colors on the map tell you where the water is going to be, tells you where the sewer is going to be, tells you where the rehabilitation is going to be. And there's also, you'll see that we have lines that go between the houses. That's the current area where sewer mains are. Those are going to be abandoned and moved. Sewer mains will then be put out in the street. Much easier for maintenance. It gets it in the city's right of way out in the street. And then we'll be hooking up those houses with new laterals from the new sewer main to the house, and the city is providing all that for free, provided the residents do something. And I will tell you about that in just a second. So it's a big project, and it's going to take a couple of years, and I'll have more on that. We go to the next slide. So this project is part of the city's design build. The city goes through a process to collect bids and also approaches from engineering firms that are teamed with a construction firm. It's a competitive process, and the city awarded this project to the design build team of Michael Baker International and TC Construction. As mentioned, Jericho is here as a project manager. Our engineer, Leroy Pham, his signature was on the letter that residents received recently. Riyadh and Eric will also be heavily involved in the management of this project. Next slide, please. So the city of San Diego is looking to upgrade the aging and deteriorating sewer mains and water mains in the city. Some of these are approaching 100 years old. Sometimes when we pull a water main out of the ground, it's EC asbestos cement, and it's a lot of times too when we get the cast iron stuff out, the buildup in these pipes looks like the artery of an 80-year-old man who has eaten steak all of his life, and you wonder, how does this water get through? And it's, again, this is the reason why a lot of these mains break. So we want to go ahead and bring the mains, the pipes up to current standards and replace those asbestos, those cast iron pipes with PVC, which will last for 100 years. So the next presentation that'll be made to this planning committee will be in 100 years. And if anybody's gonna be around, I salute you for that one.
Hard no.
Right.
Yeah. Next slide, please. So with the water, again, the blue lines on your map, we're going to replace in place through open trench, approximately 6,100 feet of linear feet of existing 6 and 8 inches AC water mains with the PVC. We're also going to put in 770 linear feet of new 8-inch water mains. Again, open trench. That means that the trenches will be open and then they'll be covered every night. We're going to abandon some existing water main that's in the city's right away. And then we're also going to improve the water services that go from the mains to the houses. And that includes meters. Is that the meters?
No.
Not meters, but just, oh, okay, up to the meters, yes. So we'll upgrade the fire hydrants, the valves in the street. A lot of times when the public utilities comes out to do a water shut off, they'll find that valves are stripped or aren't working, they're stuck. We are going to put in new valves in the streets and other items as well that'll help out with the water. Next slide, please. With the sewer, we are going to abandon and we're going to abandon manholes that are in the city's right of way and also in city easements. We're going to install 20 new sewer manholes. I'll tell you that if you haven't seen this done, it's an amazing feat of engineering, how they dig these holes, how they put them in and connect them to the existing sewer line. I'm amazed every time I see these guys do it. 19 of the manholes will be replaced in place. 23 will be rehabilitated and 96 new sewer lateral replugs. Remember when I said earlier that that red line on the map shows where the sewer laterals are going to be abandoned? The new sewer line goes in the middle of the street. Those houses, those 96 houses, are going to have to be hooked up to the new sewer. And again, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute here. Next slide, please. So this project, we will have approved traffic control. So every detour that you see is stamp approved by the city. It has to be developed by a qualified traffic control company. And this is really, really big on making sure that traffic can flow and that detours are clearly marked. There will be pavement resurfacing at areas where we have trenched and also curb ramps. The city is requiring any water sewer project to go ahead and update the curb ramps where they're working to current ADA standards. And the ADA standards, as our folks from Sacramento can tell you, change every other week. So, you know, you'll sit there and go, wow, these curb ramps were just put in 2 years ago. Well, yeah, things changed. So there will be new curb ramps associated with this. And then BMP's best management practices for erosion control, protecting the storm drains of the debris, you know, from washing into those. And also restoring, if we're working on property or just in the street, restoring to the prior condition. And what we do is we go ahead and videotape and photograph the area before we start working. And then afterwards, if someone says, you know, hey, you damaged this, or you damaged that, we compare it to what it looked like before. And if there was damage caused by construction, we'll go ahead and restore it. Next. So currently we are at 60% design, ramping very quickly to 100% design. Hopefully the plans will be signed off and will be by November, and we will get started with construction. Construction will go for about 2 years until August of 27, and the project budget $23.9 million. And that asterisk on your screen and in your fact sheet that you have, very important. Everything is susceptible to change. So don't go to the bank with any of those dates right there because it'll probably change. Next slide, please. Talking about the challenges. Okay, we're working in a residential area. We've already taken a number of calls and emails from residents about impacts. Yes, there will be construction noise. Yes, there will be traffic detours. We will, you know, there's going to be dust and dirt because you can't put a pipe in the ground without, you know, bringing up dirt. We're going to be working on the streets and also in the alleys. Part of our sewer abandonment and our new sewer line is going to go in an alley that's behind the businesses along El Cajon Boulevard. So there will be work behind these businesses. If anybody has deliveries there, we'll have to work with them on, having deliveries through the front or at hours when we're not working. And then the sewer replumps. I'm really hung up on these sewer replumps. 96 of them, and what these are, again, the city puts in the new sewer line, provided that the owner signs a document in front of a notary that gives the city permission to do this. This is a free service, a free lateral that goes to the resident. You're not paying it, you're paying through your taxes. We've had people ask, what happens if I don't sign this sewer lateral agreement? If you don't sign the sewer lateral agreement, you're going to have to hire a private company to put the sewer lateral in yourself, and it could run into the tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. This is a free service. This is an upgrade to your sewer. And please, folks, sign. We'll have questions here in a second, but that's coming. And next, what about our outreach? Well, we sent out a letter on August 1st to all residents and businesses, property owners within 300 feet of the project alignment. The next letter will be sent out before construction begins. We have a project webpage on the City of San Diego's capital improvements page, and we'll be updating that as we go along. This presentation to the planning group will come back at any time over the next couple of years and provide you updates and take questions. And to let residents know when work is going to happen, we're required to provide door hanger notices at least 5 days ahead of construction to an area within 300 feet of where we're going to be working. There's going to be a scheduled water shutoff. We're also required to provide at least 5 days notice, and at least 5 days notice as well for any night work. Are we anticipating any night work at all right now?
I don't think so. Night work would be for any shutdown.
Yeah, for any water shutdowns. But remember this word, scheduled water shutdown. Sometimes what happens is things, public utilities may turn off a valve and not tell us, that type of thing. Those are unscheduled water shutdowns, and we can't inform anybody about an unscheduled water shutdown because they're unscheduled. We only inform about scheduled water shutdowns. So yeah, we want to be a good neighbor. We're going to be in your area. We're going to be upgrading our crews. TC Construction, one of the best construction firms in San Diego. They do pipeline projects, so many of them, and from the top of that organization down to everybody who's on the ground working, it is top notch. And if you have any questions out there, you can always go out and talk to a foreman and they will give you the right answer. But again, our firm will go ahead and interact with you on your behalf with the city and get you answers or hear your concerns. And again, we want to be a good neighbor. So with that, we'll take questions.
Before, one moment, please. It's the chair. I got to do a little control management here. So ground rules for asking questions. Each person will ask one question. If you have a follow-up question, you will ask the follow-up question after everyone else has had a turn to ask their one question. So if you have 2, 3 questions, you just have to wait until we rotate and other people get the chance to ask one question. So your follow-up question will come after everyone else has asked their question. We'll start with the folks online first, and then we'll hear. Okay, does anyone online? I don't see any hands. Any questions from our attendees online? No one. Okay. Question. I'll let you.
The board.
Okay, let's have the board go first. Jen. Jim.
I have a lot of questions, but are you guys coordinating with the people that do the streets?
In what way?
Well, I mean, you got to tear up the streets to do this work.
Yes, we do have to tear up the streets.
Because
yes.
I noticed in part of this, this part over here of Seminole, they just repaved it this week. So you're going to tear up the street that's just.
We may not be reaching. We may not be reaching that side because the city has a moratorium. So you can't tear up a paved street for at least 2 or 3 years.
They haven't paved this part.
Yeah, I think
Okay, anyway, there's.
And
South side limits? Yeah, so tough.
I think Jen was next.
Okay, in this, you say you're gonna abandon approximately 344 linear feet, and then down here it says abandon 3,500 linear feet, and then some manhole covers. What are you gonna do to mitigate flooding through those abandoned
They get filled with slurry seal.
slurry seal?
Yeah, they get slurry, they get blocked. It's filled with concrete.
And that helps mitigate flooding, you're saying?
There will be no infiltration.
Mm-hmm.
Is it slurry seal? It's slurry concrete. Slurry concrete.
Emily.
Slurry seal goes on the street. Okay. I'm just the pretty face. He knows everything.
Emily, please.
Well, this might be 2 seconds. The existing sewer that is behind the homes now is gonna move out into the street. So the existing connection goes from the house to the back. So the new connection has to go from the house to the street. So the city is paying for that new connection. Are they also paying to repair all hardscape, landscape that gets destroyed? Do they have to go under houses to get that connection?
Please.
Yes, so the city will come in, so each property owner has to sign what is called a sewer refund agreement. In the agreement, there are items in there that specify what the contractor will be replacing. If anything is broken, everything will be replaced in kind or better. So if the contractor needs to go back to your backyard to, say, rip out some concrete, they will rip it out, they will rip it in kind or better. But everything gets put back the way it was. Contractors required to take videos of each property to make sure that they're gonna replace anything that may break.
I'm working on a project now where we are tunneling to. That going to be considered on this one?
It could be considered, yes.
So if there, it depends on what the design team says in our location.
Correct. So if there's a lot of hardscape that you may not want to get disturbed, and obviously that's something we can work out with the contractor. Say, hey, is it possible to tunnel it, or is it more feasible to open trench it? So it's a conversation we can have with each property owner.
My suggestion is if you're planning a upgrade in any of your hardware right now, put in some really expensive stamped concrete. And then work it out with the city. It's what happens. This happened on projects. Yeah. Just kidding.
Go ahead. John's next.
Quick. Is this project fully funded?
Yeah.
Okay, money set aside. That's definitely
fully
gonna.
funded. Yeah. Yes.
I noticed on Rolando Boulevard, going down there's a lot of tall trees on that street. Will it affect future sewer? Because our neighborhood has a lot of city trees that affect personal property and it's not included. Hoping that the new pipe's going in.
The question, sir, was about the tree, the effect on trees and roots with the new lines. And yeah, this was one of the questions that came up this week, and the contractor is going to take great care in this. However, there is a city policy on how tree and tree roots are handled if it's too hard to avoid, if the tree roots present an issue, then they can be trimmed. The last thing they want to do is remove it. But let's see how the roots are. We get there.
We can circle back.
Yeah.
I have just, I don't know if you can answer this, but is this similar to what they're doing in Redwood Village with all the sewer upgrades? Do you know about that?
The same thing. That's actually my project as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, sewer and water replacements. We have refunds as well on that project.
Okay.
And that project is actually about
almost done.
90% done?
Almost finished, yeah. I just want to say, while there were some inconveniences, it wasn't the end of the world. And I'll be honest with you, I'm happy to know that we have a whole new sewer system going on in the neighborhood. So just putting it out there.
Thank you. Man, that's pretty much what everybody says.
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I live on Everhart Street, it's a dead end street. And at the end of our street, on 68th Street. Here, no, the 68th Street is a huge apartment complex. A lot of the people use a back gate there and cross the street. So if you're gonna block off our street to replace this sewage line, I'm not understanding how the traffic control is gonna be affecting our street. It's a very narrow street.
Right here.
And 69th place that feeds into it is also a very narrow street. So the traffic control on that street's gonna be crazy. Because so many people from that apartment block on our street. We have an overload of people parking on the street intended for residents.
Well, there will be no parking signs posted at least 72 hours before work.
Okay.
And anybody who's there will get towed. Because they have to have room to move the equipment. So, it's not up to us to provide areas for parking for people. Adults can figure out what to do. But they will get noticed that they do need to have their cars out of the way.
Okay, but because I'm only looking at one line all the way down my street, you're gonna do it in sections?
They move down the street. They don't, they depend on how deep they have to go for the,
You don't know till you get there, right?
no, they haven't, it's in design right now. They know how deep they need to go.
Okay.
But, what they do is because of, you would think that you dig the trench, you expose the pipe, you put the new pipe, you expose the pipe. When they put the covers on, afterward, it's not exposed pipe underneath. They have to fill that trench every day to keep the pressure on the pipe. So it's kind of, it looks silly of, hey, let's trench, let's move pipe, let's move dirt, let's put dirt back on it. Well, let's come back tomorrow. Let's take that dirt out. That's part of the process to keep the pressure on the pipe, which keeps it from expanding and blowing out. But again, we're asking people to respect the no parking signs, and we want to just be in and out. Yes, sir.
I know
Yeah,
you've had your hand up.
You've been wanting to ask a question since we walked in the room.
Actually, so you've already answered some of my questions.
Okay.
That have already been asked. However, I have a very narrow section of property where my sewer line comes from my house to the back of my property. So I'm on a red line. And that section of house, that width between my structure, my house, and my neighbor's property line, which is a concrete driveway, is pretty narrow. And right along the structure is not such of an issue, but in front of the structure, there is not just hardscape, and there's very mature large trees, and of course also irrigation. And you're going to have to tear up the irrigation. I don't see how my large trees are even going to be able to survive. And I know obviously you have to change the slope from going back, going forward. And I even have an extra line from my garage. As far as I know, it comes to the same main line across my property because it's on the opposite side. I don't think it goes straight to the back. So you're gonna replace my very large mature trees? Is the city going to do that? I know you talked about.
They're going,
other-
they're going to do their best to avoid impacting.
Well, they won't survive.
Can I add
Yes,
something to
please.
this? So I understand, so we're gonna be replumbing your house, and if I'm correct, a lot of those homes on Boulevard and your houses are on, they're sitting on a crawl space, correct? So if they're in a crawl space, contractors can actually go underneath your home and locate the lowest point, no, sorry, the highest point of your system and route your sewer to anywhere they need to go. Whether it's to the side, it could go to the side of your property and then back to the front, or they could tunnel it from the street directly to that connection. So there's many ways to do it. I understand what you're saying, but there are many ways to do it. So on that point is that we can definitely work with you when you get your agreement from the city. Then we can talk about that. It's very specific.
Hold your follow-up question, but someone else has a chance to ask.
Okay.
Yes, this is Delman. No.
Okay, thanks for the presentation, appreciate the information. I'm curious, given that it's a 2-year period of construction or estimated, is there any way to provide residents with sequence of planned construction? In terms of where the contractor's plan to start and where they're planning to finish, so we know whether we're gonna be in the first 6 months or the final 6 months of the 2 years.
It's in different phases, and
Yeah, so we can definitely share a schedule once we get something.
when we come back, how about when we come back for when we start construction? Yeah, we'll come back and do another presentation. Yeah, but it's phased.
Notice of that?
Excuse
Well,
me, she had her hand up. Excuse me. She had her hand up. Thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
So we live on this same street that she was mentioning, Eberhard Street, and it's a dead end and a cul-de-sac. And we have some critically ill neighbors on that street, and they're concerned about, like, they're having people come and go all the time. Plus, we want to make sure that emergency vehicles through there because it's really we're concerned about.
Every project that we undertake is very aware the need to make access for emergency vehicles. In terms of the having people who care for others, they may not be able to drive right up.
Pardon me.
They need to go, they may have to park and walk. But you know, the thing is that you will get notice. The residents will have notice and time to plan.
Okay. And what's your working hours, do you think?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hold your follow-up question. Okay, please.
That's really.
You mentioned the quality and service. But, you know, these are, 6 and 8 ones. Is that sized in preparation? This is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're gonna take 2 more questions and then, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Okay, I live on, Missy Drive. Where that red line is, where sewer line is at. And everybody on that street comes to go west through that. And they're gonna take it around to Lindsay Drive. Plumbing goes west.
Now it's gonna go east.
So they're going to have to put a U on that and bring it back around. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm just gonna be amazed. I just added 60-foot old line to that, with PVC, that's what they say that, because they haven't moved. And basically it's
When your house is replumbed, if your property is gonna be replumbed, you're gonna get the sewer lateral agreement that will have a layout of your property, and it will show the line, where the line is, it's being abandoned, and where the engineers have designed the line to be installed, and at someplace they will intercept. You know, they'll intercept, and that's how it'll get directed out to the new line.
One more question, and what I want to say before you ask your question, if you kind gentlemen would be willing to stay till the end of the meeting, you can ask more questions later if you can. If you can't, you know, that's, we understand, but
I would say the alternative is maybe, because we need to continue the
yeah, we
meeting,
have
that
a
maybe
lot
you
more
could step
to
out
do
in the
here
hall and ask
tonight.
additional questions.
Yeah, we can
If they're okay with.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can definitely step out and ask additional questions. But we just have a lot of work we still need to do before 9 o'clock.
Caesar.
We will finish on time. Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
One question. please.
Engineering is no question because it's accurate. But when engineering is politicized, that's where corruption begins. You said you're the best contractor.
Yes. TCs.
Congratulations.
TCs. Yeah, they're really good.
What's the procurement process of these services? A sole procurement, sir?
No.
Just to give us idea of transparency, equity, etc.
If I remember correctly, we have 3 bids for this project. And MBITC Construction was the lowest bid for this.
Well, they also get scored on approach. Scored on approach, they get scored on bid, and then there's a formula that determines who wins. And you can actually see the teams that bid. That information is available online. You can actually see, review the bids and the pricing.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for sending me the presentation so we can have that available also to share. So if you are willing to take additional questions outside,
Yeah, we'll go outside. Just take a few.
you're welcome to do that.
We didn't
I have
circle
one
around.
general question. When I look at the map and I go, how do you guys determine what you're gonna do or not? I mean, a lot of these streets are not involved.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at and going, well, what about these other streets?
How does the city design?
So, water and sewer replacements, I'm not. Water and sewer pipes are scored on age and maintenance. So for these sewer and water mains, they're ready to be replaced. As you can see, there are some areas in streets where we're not replacing, they're in much better condition. The planning department takes care of a lot of the conditioning of the pipes on what we're set to replace. So some projects are small, some projects are big. In this case, it was larger than.
So, I mean, I thought the whole city was gonna get piped eventually. So it's not
No, it's pieces.
pieces, but,
And-
so you're gonna come back to this area at some point.
Very good question and very good observation. Yes, I interacted with a gentleman on Valencia last week who was asking why, if the new sewer is going down Valencia, why isn't his house being replumbed? And you're able to answer that it's a future project. Yeah, but when that future is, we don't know, but it's not,
Just kind of want to know the
Okay.
procedure.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you again. And
Thank you. I'll get my,
appreciate the information. Thank you so much. Okay.
thank you, Ron.
So we need to move on to our CIP list.
For many years.
Okay, so let's see, how do we want to do this? We,
Arts and arts.
yes, okay, hold on.
What now?
Yes. Let me get my notes.
What was the one for
Okay.
these guys different?
Find out here what folks want to do. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on our CIP list, I did receive El Cerrito's list. got Oak Parks. Redwood Village is staying the same, so we're good. Rolando Park. And I believe Emily sent me Rolando Village right before the meeting. So my question to you is this. Do we want to look at each community's submissions and just kind of get a general idea of where we're at, which we can show on the screen? That's one. Two, we also are going to submit a list specifically from this group, from Eastern area, which I have, and you guys haven't seen that yet. So I definitely want us to take a look at that. I did get this information, most of these lists, just shortly before the meeting, so I haven't really reviewed them myself, just for lack of time.
So could I make a suggestion that each person who is in the neighborhood could speak to those CIPs?
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely. Since I believe we got El Cerritos first. Oh, you want me?
Yes, because you didn't send.
Oh, sorry, that's right. I couldn't, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna display El Cerrito, and then we'll have, it's in here. Okay, it's right in that folder. Let's open it up. No, the one highlighted. Okay, and then you'll see El Cerrito. So small, I can't see. Oak Park. El Cerrito, right there, second to the bottom. Okay, so let's put up El Cerrito and see if Laura or Jim want to make any comments about their list.
I have my hand raised because I have a question. I was looking at my email to you, and I'm not certain you have my new list or if somehow the old list still got attached. Do you have a list that
this list that we're looking at is the list I got in the email. So maybe, yeah, you're right. It says 2024. I'm seeing it right. It's so small. But you're right. This is your 2024 list.
Yeah, they're identical.
So are they identical?
Yeah, so there's a problem because we actually added things.
Okay, I'm getting two different. They're identical, and
yeah, because this was printed before, and this is what you sent us. So.
Oh, that's what's identical. Okay, let's let Laura. Yeah, let's let Laura take the floor for a second. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. All right, so we need your new list.
Well, that is so weird. I thought for sure I sent the new list. Okay, I will definitely send the new list. Yeah, the new list is the old list with additions of let's see, at Trojan and 54th Street, we want to get reflective paint and really good sidewalk markings because those crossings are used by a lot of the children going to school at all the schools on our side, and they're used regularly for people walking on both between the communities. And it's a busy street. That 54th Street's busy. So one of the things we asked for is new signs. I'm sorry, just new crosswalks painting, possibly with the little raised reflective dots, because we're not quite certain why, but sometimes cars going down 54th on the way to University, particularly at night, sometimes will not see the lights. So we thought maybe if the crosswalks were reflective somehow, it might also help. We're not quite certain, but they'll scream right through the lights sometimes, and that's a dangerous intersection.
So that's okay. So that's a new one, and you said you had a couple new ones. Do you have another new one?
Yeah. Another new one was going to be a trash can at the bus stop. at 54th, just past Trojan. It's on right next to the school property, Man Middle School. And there's no trash can there. And that bus stop is used by the community as well as the schools. And we've had just trash accumulating unbelievably. So we want a trash can with regular pickups.
Okay.
And we also had, I'm trying to think of the third one. Shoot.
So can I ask you this question? I see that there's 5 here. Are these in place of any of these, or is this in addition to these 5?
They're in addition to, right. Yeah, the Leah Street one has been our number one for a while. And it's in the El Cerrito area because that's how the boundary works right now. And then we also included the fact that we need that street to go through for fire access for all the development that's going to take place there in that triangle.
Which street is that?
The Leah Street.
Oh,
Leah Street, the first item, yeah.
Oh, Leah Street's already on there.
Talking about the existing.
Oh, okay.
Right, but we added a few things.
Right.
Okay, so is it, you have 7 project ideas?
No, we have 8, and I can't remember the last one for the life of me right now. But go ahead and keep talking, and if I remember, I'll go see if I can find it.
Okay. Yeah, Laura, if you could please, right now, if you're home, I don't know if you're home, but send me the list because I have to turn this around in 2 days. And which means I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow night only. I will only have tomorrow night to work on this. So if you could please.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't do it right now, but I will get it to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go on to Oak Park.
Oak Parks here. Is that the revised one?
Yeah, revised.
I have an addition to what.
Hold on one moment. Let's get it up.
Didn't share which one.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Because I just got a lot of these like Sunday, Monday, so I haven't even had a chance to look at them. I don't have the luxury of being retired yet, and I can't wait until I do. But if it's ever a possibility for me. But anyway, so, all right, Oak Park, we've got 6 projects. Andy, is that correct?
I don't know. I have not seen the updated
Oh, this
list.
came from Richard.
Richard sent everything in.
Okay, so Richard said,
Now-
okay, wonderful. So, I mean, we'll just take a quick peek. We've got class 4 bike lanes on 54th from College Grove north to University. Additional street light at the end of Laurel Street. New street lights for Bayview Heights Drive north of Grape Street. New street light for east end of Seifert Street. Yeah, I'm not even sure if street lights are street lights actually capital improvement or is that traffic? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure about these. I'll have to do a little research here. More street lights. So lots of street lights. And then this does include the observatory for the library, the new Oak Park Library that's going to be built. And not sure if that's actually a capital improvement project either, but I know that the Friends of Oak Park Library felt very strongly to add this in. So yeah, I will definitely be reviewing these with Lynn and she'll help me.
I have
She'll
one,
advise us.
I have one that you had not mentioned,
Yes.
and that is on Faulkner. Between Blackton and Timothy, there's 2 streets. They need sidewalks.
It's not on here.
I know, I just drove by and I took,
I know. If you want it added, you can add it and send it to me by tomorrow evening, by tomorrow at 4 or 5 o'clock.
all right.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll have Richard.
I mean, I can't add it because it has to come from you guys.
I understand. I just want to know that's going to be an addition.
That would, yeah,
Bettina,
that's not on here.
Bettina, I have a question, I have a
Yes.
comment for you or suggestion.
Yes,
Those will all
Roberta.
be considered capital improvement projects.
The traffic lights?
Yes, the streetlights,
Streetlights?
yes.
They
Any
are
streetlight, traffic light,
Okay,
The
excellent.
observatory would fall under that, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Roberto. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay, perfect.
Is the bus stop mentioned? Would that be?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I-
about that
I
one.
thought-
Yeah, no, it's a good question because that's a very good question. Okay, so the next one, Rolando Park. I'm not even sure if I have that in my folder because I think,
I have Rolando.
okay, you have Rolando Park. Oh, yeah, you have one. Okay. Okay.
So Rolando Park CIPs, it's the same as what we did before. We want to move forward with the same ones we had last year. So big one is purchasing Xena Canyon from the San Diego Unified School District. It's next to our Rolando Park Elementary School. We like the city to have it so it could be maintained, such as clearing out, the brush and maintaining it for keeping it from having fire hazards and so forth. The next one is permanent blue-green solution to keep Troyes Creek drain channel clear between Aragon and College. Completion of the sidewalk on east side of College from Meridian to University. If you're familiar, it's close to going towards the 94 freeway on that side. And then another sidewalk northeast side of Rolando Vista Grande. And then, of course, sidewalks are important here for our community. Sidewalk on the west side of 69th from Livingston to Wade. We did do some survey for our neighborhood. People agreed with several of these and some others were not quite capital improvement projects. So we stuck with these here.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Okay, and so Emily, I think you sent me yours.
Emailed it to you right before the
Yeah, right
meeting,
for me. So
so
it's on email. I haven't even saved them. Okay, so go
Mhm.
to Chrome. Try there. Okay, so
So this first one, I think actually goes away with the presentation we just heard. So, next one, traffic calming on Rolando Boulevard, specifically Rolando Boulevard at Shannon Avenue, which is the very north end of Rolando Boulevard, so the triangle area, as well as Rolando Boulevard at Alamo Drive, which is the Halloween House area. Traffic calming in those two areas. Traffic calming along 68th Street between Amherst and Salida. Pedestrian crossing lights on University at Cartagena and Benio, as well as on 62nd at Stanley Avenue. The next one is the street and median trees on University from College to Aragon, which I think we can keep asking for those.
Yes. Let me just do this. I don't think people online can see this, right?
Just blow it up.
No, they can't see it, period, because it's through Google Sheets. I'm not displaying it.
yeah. Okay.
We'll go ahead and do it verbally. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The next one, some street lights, replacements and additions on 68th Street between Amherst and Salida. Some new additional stop signs at 62nd and Acorn. which is behind the Vaughn's Shopping Center.
I was gonna try to share screen.
Tree trimming and maintenance along Rolando Boulevard. Some new signage, for welcoming people to Rolando Village. If people don't know, next year is our 100th year as Rolando Village.
Oh, big party, huh?
Yeah.
Rolando Village knows how to party.
You guys can.
Sidewalks on, I think we list down 6 streets in the neighborhood that don't have sidewalks. And then sidewalk improvements along Rolando Boulevard where the trees have lifted the existing sidewalks. And protection and replacement of the Acorn streetlights.
Wonderful. See, this is dreaming big, and it's good because, you know, ask for everything and then hope to get something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this is great. So if I'm understanding correctly, your number 1 should be removed.
Yes.
So instead of however many you had, we're gonna start project number 1
Jen has
idea.
some more that were.
I have 2.
Yeah.
That I was working to send to Emily. I just didn't have time, but I
Okay.
can send it to you guys.
Okay,
And-
so here's what I will ask. If you two can coordinate,
I'll send you an updated list.
resend me a revised list that includes your ideas and takes off the number 1, so it's nice and clean and I don't make any mistakes. Do you want to talk about your ideas?
Yeah,
Kim?
there was already like a project idea for lights, so I can just add the streets that my neighbors wanted to add street light update on our streets and surrounding area.
Okay.
And then the other one was related to undergrounding wire.
Okay.
So it's around again Tarragona, Calling Way. There's, someone who spoke up about like, I know there were some projects ongoing around that area, but I think it got never finished in our area. So just to put that back on the list to finish up underground wire.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you guys can do that, that would be amazing. Okay, great. Good job. Okay, so who are we missing now? So we got Rolando. Okay, so we haven't seen Redwood Village. We can put it up. It's in last year's folder, but you know, it's the same as last year. So
Let's not waste the time.
yeah, let's not waste the time. Exactly. That was kind of my thinking too, but I also don't want to not be transparent either. And then Webster.
Ours is the same +2, and I'll send you those.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so same plus 2 new ones. Okay. All right, fantastic. Because we do need to take a quick look at Eastern area, what we're going to be sending as a whole group. Okay, so Sonia's going to pull that up. There are 4 project ideas. I'll just start talking about them. So, okay, so one is the tree canopy on University Avenue from 54th to Aragon. So yes, we're not giving up on that one. Provide 50 permanent exclusive parking spaces for the College Rolando Library, which I fully support. So I'm hoping that the rest of the board is on board with that.
That's been an ongoing.
Yes, so we're gonna ask for that as a CIP from Eastern area. Prioritize completion of undergrounding in Eastern area neighborhoods. Okay, so that includes all of our neighborhoods. We all need undergrounding. And then this, I think, is an amazing idea, and I hope you all agree, and it's sorely needed. And I will thank Lynn, who I don't know if she's still, okay, but Lynn talked to me about this one, and so it's implementing intelligent transportation system for the College Avenue corridor. And basically what's happening on College Avenue all the way from SDSU to the 94 is the traffic lights are all at different time and it's a disaster. In fact, I myself live 1 mile from getting on the 94, I will go around 5 miles to try to get to the 94 just to avoid those last two intersections from my house to the 94 because it's a nightmare every day. And there's a lot of accidents. We do get a lot of traffic accidents on the at the intersection of College, Streamview, and Billman. There's constantly accidents there, and it's because this light situation, the timing is off. So we're going to ask for all those lights to be more coordinated so the traffic can flow better through the entirety of College Avenue. So that's what we're submitting.
I mean, you think it's just a coordinating the light?
It is.
Oh, I mean, I get stuck there
Yeah.
too, but I don't know if that's.
Well, the lights do need to be coordinated. So hopefully coordinating the lights will improve the traffic flow. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone have any questions, concerns about any of this? Okay. So we need.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Tina, this is Danielle. I had my hand up.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead,
That's okay.
please.
I was just wondering if the two neighborhoods that are submitting the same as last year's list had any park projects on them.
Yes.
Yes.
Which one and what park project?
So Redwood Village has a park project. It's a skateboard park on the corner of 60th and University, which is currently just an empty lot full of weeds and nasty trash, and sometimes encampments. And so we'd like to build a skate park.
Okay, and does Webster have any park projects?
Yes, we are trying to create a green alley in coordination with the city and the Parks Department.
Okay, thank you. Duly noted.
Good question, Danielle. Thank you. Okay, so we now need to, someone needs to make a motion to approve all of this and submit to the city. I forget which department it is, but it's in my notes. Would someone like to make a motion for that to approve, or does anybody have other concerns? Yes.
I motion to approve.
Okay.
We're approving each community plus the whole eastern area.
Yes, yes, the entirety of what we just went over. Yes.
We make an amendment to approve those that are added to
Okay.
Even though we don't know.
a friendly amendment. Well, I already told you what mine.
No, I'm
Amendment
just saying there's a.
plus amendments. Yes. Okay, so so the motion, Emily, if you agree, is to approve sending these lists in with the amendments stated. You all are going to be sending me your updated revised lists by tomorrow, 5:00. Because that's when I get off work. So I'll give you till 5:00.
Second it.
Second? Okay, so Andy second. Okay. Emily, motion, Andy second. Okay, Sonia. Yes. Dawn.
Yeah.
Laura.
Yes.
Here, Kim.
Yes.
Is not here. Jen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
that Kim or-
Jen and Jim. I'm gonna separate your names.
I thought,
Jen.
that Kim? Okay.
Okay, yes. Okay,
I vote yes.
yes, I got
So
you.
we're going in this order.
I think, so when you make the motion and you second it, do I have to actually ask for your vote again? No. Yeah, I don't think so. So I didn't. Okay, yeah.
That's true.
Try to. Seems silly, but, okay, so wonderful. Approved unanimously, and so we will get that off the ground. Okay. So next item, we've got 10 minutes, so we're gonna do this, mean and clean and fast. Review, correction, and approval of the minutes. So Laura sent us the April minutes. I have not had a chance to review them closely. But I found a couple maybe little just little typos, nothing big as far as content. I didn't find anything that I felt needed any changes. So anyone else? Do you have a chance to look at them? We're
This is
voting on
just
the
the
minutes.
board.
Yeah, this is just a board action.
There's no.
Just a board action. Okay, so shall we vote to approve the April minutes?
Motion to approve.
Okay, John made a motion. Okay. Second. Second, Emily. Emily, okay, Sonia.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Jen,
Abstain.
Stay. Okay, and Jim.
I have to abstain. I didn't see it. I didn't see him.
Okay. I think we have, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes to approve. That is our quorum, correct? Yes, that's our, so we're good. Yes, okay. All right, and thank you, Laura, again for sending those in. And thank you, Kim, so much for taking the July minutes. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you had some time. I sent those, I think it was, when did I send those last Monday night? Yeah, a little bit late because I was having major computer problems. So not Kim's fault, my fault. They went out so late. I did get an email from Kathy, that we need to add Kathy Martinez, member at large, to the members present. So I didn't notice that when I took a look at your minutes, Kim. So that's one, change there, which I can take care of that since I don't, okay, does anybody else have any changes, modifications, suggestions for the minute? Okay, so for the July minutes, who'd like to make a motion to
approve with the,
on motion with change? Okay, second.
Second.
Okay, Jim, second. Okay, Sonia.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Emily,
Yes.
Jen.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that is done. Wonderful. Okay, next, let's see. We're gonna do our subcommittee reports. Let's try to do this quickly. Let's restrict ourselves to just bullet points. Don't need a lot of narrative. I will start with one item, note taking. So Jen, we've got Jen for 3 months in a row, and I would like someone to please step in and take one of Jen's months. She will not be here in August, which is
Wait,
currently
September.
September. Oh, September. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unless,
'cause this
unless
is
you're aware of
August.
something I'm not.
Because this is August. Time is flying so quickly. So I need someone to step in for Jen in September to do September's minutes. Going once. John, great, because you got locked out when we didn't meet in June. Okay, so John is gonna do September. Okay. And then Jen, are you okay with doing October, or would you rather get a break and have someone take your October since you're doing them tonight?
You might want to look at these first and then decide, but
It's not my decision.
I'll
I'm
do
letting you
October.
know.
I can't be here November, so I'll do October as well.
Okay,
That's
because
fine.
I've got Andy for November, so.
Unless you
All right,
are desperate to do it then.
okay, fantastic. So we'll
Neither.
do that. Okay,
I'm a lousy. No.
community updates. Okay, go
Who's
ahead.
first? Oh,
Mine will be real
Okay,
quick. I just wanted to talk about Rolando Park at their movie in the park this past Saturday evening. Went really well, really well. We showed Wicked. We had food, one stand and Italian ice. We think we didn't do like a official head count, but it looked like at least around between 120 to 150 people. Not all stayed, but a lot of people came through, participated in the food, in the socializing. There were face painting, there was jumpers, a lot of kids, a lot of families. So we were very happy to see that. Successful movie in the park. It seems to get more and more successful each year. We learn more and more how to make it better. So that's just want to make that an.
Wonderful. Thank you. That's great. I'm happy it turned out so well, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Okay. Emily?
Rolando Village has our movie in the park on Saturday, this Saturday, the 16th. We're showing Paddington Peru. So the movie will start at probably 7:45-ish at Pendleton Park.
What are you showing? Sorry.
Paddington Peru. Pendleton Park.
There you go.
That's like putting Jen and Jim right after each other in a boat.
Yeah. The other thing is our Las Palmas catwalk is finally opened after about a year and a half, 2 years of being closed for storm drain work. So that's exciting. And our RCC is off for August, but we'll be back September 16th.
Thank you. Yes, Jen.
Webster is doing our first movie in the park. We're showing Coco on the 31st of August at Webster Elementary. Come if you'd like.
Awesome. John, do we have anything? I mean, we had,
In the dumpster day, but.
yeah, we had dumpster day on Saturday. Great as always. Yeah.
I went
Build
by
three.
there today, there's a stove.
Yeah, there's a stove today, but that's all that was there. Stove and one bag of trash up by the apartments. Otherwise, it's the cleanest I've seen it in I don't know how long. But yeah, it went well as it always does. So yes, okay. Anyone else? El Cerrito, any updates for El Cerrito?
We're talking about trying to get a mural painted at the corner of 58th and Alcohol Boulevard. We have some nice murals done with the help of Jim Snyder with the business district, and it's a nice big blank wall, and we thought we'd pretty it up.
Nice, wonderful, thanks. Okay, Parks and Recreation, Ms. Danielle.
Yes, I'm still here. Let me make sure I'm loud enough here. Is everyone can hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So updates from the Park and Rec Board is that August is dark, so nothing on third Thursday of August. And the September meeting got moved back by 1 week, so we're actually meeting on the 25th of September instead of the 18th of September. And the location will be just next door to the Balboa Park Club, which will be Santa Fe room, a smaller room, but it's always on Zoom. And I wanted to thank everyone for their unanimous support for adding Portia Dawson's name to the Colina del Sol. So with the fact that we don't have a Park and Rec Board meeting till towards the end of September, Ms. Bettina, whenever you get a chance to do the letter, I'm not sure if you've already sent it straight to Gordon or not, but
I have not, so I'm glad to know that I still have time. And I apologize for that.
Plenty of time, and it would be nice to include tonight's accepted minutes of July with that letter.
Okay, fantastic.
And I did attend the movie in the park last Saturday night. It was a lot of fun with lots of kids on little bicycles with lots of lights everywhere. It was fun to see the kids riding around in the dark around the back of the school there. That's all I have for right now, except that just to let you know, fall ball is starting for Choice Lake Little League, and you'll see us practicing at both Oak Park and Horace Mann Joint Use Fields.
Wonderful. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, Laura, CPC meeting. Any info?
We approved a letter from the full CPC regarding SB 79, which is the state initiative that has very, it will let buildings up to 7 stories and be placed on almost any street that has a bus route, a planned bus route. It was originated by Scott Wiener in San Francisco, and it may work really well in San Francisco, which is only 49 square miles, but it doesn't work well for the San Diego area. So we finalized and approved that letter. We also had a lot of emphasis put on making sure we get our CIP improvements done. So definitely everybody, me included, gets stuff to Bettina tomorrow by 5.
Yes.
It is important. It is important. And we had a big presentation on the ADU problem areas, which include mainly the one in Mission Bay area, where it's going to be like 100 and some odd units on a narrow street, and it goes. It's multi-stories tall, and it really is an apartment building, and it's not, but it's being somehow processed under the ADU, and so anyway, we came out completely against that, and for the ADU program that was finally approved by the city council. That's it.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, good job, everyone. For the good of the order and adjournment, we will adjourn at 8:59 p.m.
Oh, right.
Good job. Thanks, everyone.